Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, everyone's princess planner, Nicole Mullicane, and it is April 30th. And I realize that it's been a while since I did a video, and I know I said I intended all these amazing things, and I feel like here I am again, apologizing on not following through. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack here. And I feel like it's really important to post this. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most important videos that I've made, to be honest, because I always have said that I'm going to be authentic, that if I started this, that I'm going to share where I'm at. And I've also said I'm not an expert and I don't have everything figured out. Clearly, don't have everything figured out. And I think that's important to see, because when we watch people on social media, when we watch the TikTok videos, when we see YouTube content creators, there's this tendency to only see what people edit and put together. You see like a tiny glimpse of what someone's life is, and you build a connection and you think that you know them. And I always wanted it to be that if you met me on the street, you're seeing the real me, that I am who I say I am. And I honestly thought when I started that I was gonna be filming regularly, like committed to this schedule in my head. When I rewind that tape back, that's how it started. And that's not how it's going. And the one thing that I do, and I do this regularly, is I'll start things and stop them. My weight loss journey. I get to a certain point and it gets hard and I don't work through it. This time is different, but I'm at a point where I'm really frustrated. I'm having a little bit of a setback, and I know that I'm uncomfortable and I need to work through this uncomfortability to get to the next level that I haven't gotten before. It's happened several different times where I get to, and I'm just going to say the size. I've shared, I was 343 pounds, 286, and I've been fluctuating between 286 and like 295. So I'm plus minusing these 10 pounds. So I get to about size 20 and I can't hit the door to 18, 16, 14. I have yet to be in a size 16 in over 20 years. Just being honest. Told you I would be honest with you, and I am. Since probably the early 2000s, that was the last time I could wear a size 16. And it sucks. But that I don't have to dwell in there. I have to sit in this uncomfortability and work through it. I'm putting walls up. I know what to do, and I need to do it. Bottom line, I have to take that accountability. And it's hard to get onto a channel and telling you all the things that you need to do to meet your goals, and I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm focusing on all of these things. Remember the oxygen mask? Clearly, it's hanging in front of me, and I'm, oh, but this, oh, but this, oh, but this, oh, but this. Nothing changes if nothing changes, right? Right? So that's where I'm at. And I feel like it sucks for y'all because I'm unable / I would say, I'm gonna rephrase this. I had been unwilling to share. Imposter syndrome, who wants to see, who cares. Some of my really close friends who are subscribers on the channel, they already know. They already know this. And so why do I have to get on a camera and share? Well, because there's I always thought it was important to share the yucky things because you feel like you're not alone. I was in my Weight Watcher meeting today, and we're talking about snacking, but something happened after the meeting. I've started reading this book called The Shift, and it's from a psychologist who is an expert with Weight Watchers. And it's all about, your mindset and so many people have said like it was a difference maker for them that I decided I would check it out. And I had a little bit of extra money, so I spent it. And already with chapter 1, I learned some things. And with chapter 2 today, I can tell what they mean when they say the shift, because it's one thing to hear things. It's another thing to write things down. But when all 3 of them kind of come together, when you hear it, you see it, and you're holding it in your hand, reading it, there was a shift. I could feel a shift. And it was very simple as, you are not your weight. I don't know why I needed to hear that, but I did. And I know it. Like when you know something, but then you internalize that and aha, I'm not. And millions of people could say it to me. Millions. Some of the most important people could say it to me. But until I see it, nothing will change. And I started to feel that pull to do all the things, to try to address everything that I need to fix. And that's something that, a new month that excites me to, and we saw it. You saw the exact thing happen when I posted at the beginning of the month. Like, I'm back on track, blah, 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 blah. But that's a pattern that I need to break. And I'm not saying that the channel is going to go away, but it's going to be very different, because I'm no longer going to commit to a schedule right now. At this season in my life that I'm in, videos will come when videos can come. And they might be longer videos, they might be shorter. I just feel like it's important for me to work through this and work through it on film. So that's kind of gonna be where I'm at. Normally right now, I'll tell you what my normal routine has been. It is 10:46 at night, and it's April 30th, so it's Sunday. No, it's Saturday. Tomorrow's May 1st. That's Sunday. And normally, I'd watch a planner video on our TV. I would probably get a snack and eat it, and I wouldn't care if I'm going to go to bed in an hour. I would try to make it 2 hours, but then I also wanted to get more sleep. So that's not a good habit to be in. Even if I had enough points, I know from my doctor and through several different things that you really should stop eating around like 8 o'clock, or at least allow 2 hours before you go to bed. And I've done the whole brush your teeth and all those things, but when you're doing something and you want to do it, when you're committed to it, you're going to do it. And you can tell yourself every single week that you're not going to do it. But if you don't, like we talked about, create those goals, if you just say, I'm not going to eat at night, that's, I would say, what Mary Poppins says, a pie crust promise, easily made, easily broken. You're making a promise, but you're not backing that up. Well, how are you going to do it? Are you going to remove the food out of your room? What are you going to do? Are you going to brush your teeth at that time so that it makes it you don't want to do it? Like, we know there's the videos that show you how to do it. So just say things and not do it. So what is different? How are we going to work through this? Well, I decided from what I read. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you the other thing that was the big shift, is that I want to talk about this first, and then I'll get back to how things are going to be different. So reading all of that, and reading that I'm not my weight, and reading, I had to write this letter to myself, is that it's one thing to say, like, you're not alone. Oh, this is why it's so important for me to film and share. It hit home for me doing this. The shame, the embarrassment, the fear, the mad at myself, and sad, because here I am again, feeling yucky. Don't like that feeling. And the shift was, I go into this virtual meeting every single Saturday. I'm one of 100 people in the meeting. I'm not alone. Other people are feeling these things about themselves. Other people are telling themselves things. Other people are struggling with the same, and have struggled, and they've overcome, but they keep coming back to the meeting because that's where you do the work. And it's something that you're going to have to do your whole entire life. That's the commitment that you're making to yourself. It's your proverbial oxygen mask. And I really honestly felt like that was enough. I've got this. I've lost the 60 pounds. I've got this. Well, when you tell yourself that you've got this, that you don't need, I'm going to the meeting, but you're not doing any of the things that worked, that got you there. You got more work to do, honey. You've got more work to do. I could honestly feel that if I were to, like, heaven forbid, pass away tomorrow, I've lived a pretty great life. I have things in my life that other people would dream of having. But there's so much more that I want to do and want to accomplish. So I'm not going to settle. And I'm not just going to kick back and say, okay, this is it. I love myself. But right now, I don't really like myself. That's where I'm at right now. I don't really like myself. And I feel like I'm putting all these things in people before me and what makes me happy and the things that I want to do, want to accomplish. And I have to kind of take some of myself back. So how am I going to do that? Like, I have this new job. I have X, Y, Z. Well, I decided today, when I felt that pull to try to figure everything out all at one time, we're not going to do that. We've been down that road. We're going to take a different path. And this week, this month and this week, we're committing to one thing that we want to do differently. And originally the thoughts came into my head about the exercising, which is important, don't get me wrong, but I need to work on my mindset. I need to get my mind right, and I need to get into that, set the habit of positivity and good self-talk. And I decided to focus on my devotional every morning, and I can do that. So I have my goal. It's time bound, it's daily, it is doable, and my mindset, speaking some affirmations, focusing on breathing, maybe doing a quick little meditation, instead of playing my radio station that I enjoy on the ride to work. So as soon as I get to work, we do this. And if I have time left, I can flip the radio station back on, but I'm going to commit to this for just a week and see how that goes. And that does include tomorrow, because I'm going to start it on May 1st, the beginning of the week. So I'm going to wake up a little bit early, do my devotional, focus on my breathing, maybe do a meditation, maybe not, and proceed with the rest of the day. Once I've set that routine and do that for the week, I can evaluate, see how that goes, see if there's anything I want to change. And then the following week, what's one thing that I want to do differently? And that's where I can maybe add in, okay, I want to move more, or maybe I want to not have soda for the week. Maybe I would take that then in another week, like, what can I do differently? Like, what am I going to keep? And then in regards to my planners and things I've got, clearly you can see that the planning is happening, but it's not being posted, and not all the plans are happening the way I would like them to. And when you aren't working, yes, you're able to do more. Your schedule's free. You can pretty much do like whatever it is that you want to do. When I wanted to plan, I could just, plan my hearts out. It's a little bit harder to navigate through. And when you're working Monday through Friday, which I am going to be doing, that amplifies things and makes things even harder to accomplish. But I don't want to put that stress on myself. I really don't. I've put so much stress on myself, and I'm tired of that. I'm really, really tired of stressing myself out. Because enough's enough. And so I am taking my planner and really trying to focus on how I'm feeling, my thoughts, my mindset, and really how I'm feeling about eating. Because I've been doing a lot more emotional eating. I've been allowing myself to just kind of go with it. If, let's get ice cream tonight, and not saying no, or just saying I'll have just a cup, or seeing if there's a better choice. Maybe I'll have sorbet. Maybe I can have one of my snacks and then not having those snacks. And I don't like that I've slipped back. I'm not happy with that. I think from this whole thing, you can tell that I'm a happy person and a positive person. And I do my high fives. I do my 5 Things Friday. I do a ton of this stuff in the car. I talk to you guys in the car. And maybe there's something there. Maybe there's a way that I could film myself as I'm driving. I don't know. I don't want to get into the things I could do for the channel, because it's not like what this is about. This is like how I work through things, and what I just want you to know, like, I'm just like you trying to figure things out. I'm just like you trying to move through a difficult season. And when I make it through, maybe that gives you the confidence to move through a difficult season in your life, because we've all been there. Like, it was so easy for me to sit here in February and be like, yes, do this, do this, do this. And sometimes that's going to be where you're at, and you're going to be living in that moment and helping, and people will be inspired by you. And then other times you're going to be feeling like you're in a valley alone, and you're not alone. But I feel like it's just so important to share. I feel like this is, like, if nothing else helps, maybe you're watching and you needed to hear this, and you needed to know that you are amazing, that you are capable, that you can do whatever you set your mind to, and that whatever you're going through is hard, but you're not alone. And I don't know what your situation is. I only know what I'm going through. And what's funny is that it's all stuff I wanted, right? I wanted the job. I wanted the, it's like, be careful what you ask for. When you get it, and then you get it, and it's like, but I love my job. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with, and I'm happy about the work that I'm doing. And it's a great place to work. And I love my home. I love my family. I love my friends. I love the community that I'm in. What I don't love is that I'm not prepared, that I failed to plan, and I need to work through this strategically and not put so much pressure on myself. So that's kind of like where we're at. I know this has been a really long video. Longer, this might be my longest one. I'm glad it's under a half hour. I'm glad it's not more than a half hour. But I feel like it's important. And if I rambled, if I lost you, then I'm sorry. But if you stuck with me, if you are here, thank you. Love you. And I don't know when I will see you again. I would like to think that there'll be a few videos in May. But again, I'm not putting that pressure on myself. I'm not committing to a schedule right now. I just simply can't do that to myself. I just can't. I've got to go with the self-love and do what I can and do the best I can. And it might be 1 video a week. It might be 2. It might be none. And it'll be what it'll be. And hopefully, sooner rather than later, I can get back on a schedule. But for now, this is what it is. And I love you guys. Please comment below. Please tell me how you're doing. I would love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to follow this difficult season that I'm in and see what's going on. I'm hoping I can check back in and let you know how that one thing is working and see what progress we make. How about that? I'll commit to that, even if it's just a quick little update. It's better than waiting to record and not doing anything at all. So love you guys and have a great start to your month. Share anything that you've been working on, any goals. I'd love to hear it. And let's make it May amazing. How about amazing May? All right. Bye.